Hi, long time no see. Busy as always. Oh my goodness. You know how it is. You know how it goes. Honestly, with me being so busy, it's really hard to make more friends and just to make connections overall in general. You know, nowadays, ever since the pandemic happened, it's been more than challenging than ever to make companionships outside of school and work environments, especially as an adult. And while at it, it will be such a dream to meet my favorite celebrity, like Mr. Beast or Kendall Jenner, so on and so forth. You know the deal. You know those typical people. Everybody loves them. So I was like, oh my god, you know, sometimes I think, I really wish I can go speak to them. I really wish, like, besties, whatever, big cookies in their house. They Taylor Swift be doing with her little fans shit, the old country singer. So it's like, why don't I just use Meta's new celebrity AI chat feature? Oh, have you heard of it? Have you heard of it? No. You've never heard of Meta's new AI chat feature where you can speak to multiple celebrities? I think ranging from, you know what, maybe not even lying, because I forgot. Oh yeah, one of them has Charlie D'Amelio. You can speak to Charlie D'Amelio, period. I know those celebrities cut that check. But yeah, you never heard of that? It's crazy to hear. But yeah, recently, I believe like probably not more than a month ago or something, Meta has just released this new AI feature where you can speak to celebrities as real people. However, obviously, they are made up with certain prompts and features where you can't necessarily speak to them like the regular people, but it's something close to it. And when I was hearing about it, is basically hearing about the whole idea before they debuted the actual thing, I was wondering like, oh, will they have their personalities included? But that is not the case. For example, Kendall Jenner, also known as Billy with the IE, I believe. Kendall Jenner, or Billy, has debuted and basically has her own, you know, style, you know, characteristics. She's her own person. She's not Billy. She is Billy. She is not Kendall Jenner, but she is Billy. Billy is your big sister that's always there for you. And then next, Mr. Beast. I forgot his name. Let's just call him Kevin for the moment. But basically, Mr. Beast's new character, Kevin, is basically your typical college frat bro or maybe 30-year-old millennial yuppie guy that's there for the laughs and the funnies. He's there to have a good time and be like your special cool friend or bro. Alongside with these other celebrities, like for example, Paris Hilton, she is a detective. For what? No idea. And these AI characters have their own really fixed in-the-box prompts. So to my surprise, you can't really speak to them like people because they're kind of fixed into these, you know, strict narratives that the software developers were not allowed them to get out of. When I try to speak to Paris Hilton about anything, all she was speaking about is detective work, you know? And that's kind of weird. And I think Snoop Dogg is an alien or like some type of captain, knight, or treasure or whatever, something like that. Pirate? Who knows? There's also like an alien you can talk to and other things like that. Honestly, I thought the whole experience was just really interesting. But it kind of sucks to me, which is like, oh, you can't actually speak to them like regular people. You're only speaking to a generated like prompt, you know? You know, they're not really multifaceted people. But I do believe this. I'm not too sure if they're actually if it's actually going to be successful. Just like Meta is like, you know, first debuted of the metaverse and stuff like that. And also, I don't think Meta or Mark Zuckerberg specifically has been pushing out the whole, you know, celebrity AI thing, because you have to kind of look around to find it. You really do, which is kind of odd to me. So I don't know what their plans are with that. So I don't know. Honestly, you know, thinking into this, I really thought that this would be an increase of parasocial relationships. What is a parasocial relationship, you may ask? Okay, well, I'm here to deliver that question with an answer. A parasocial relationship typically is basically like You know how you're watching me through this YouTube video right now with whatever device you're using? You can actually develop a one-way relationship to me. Similar to how people develop relationships to fictional characters in cartoons, animes, or just in real life sequences of movies, TV shows, so on and so forth. Yes, you may see me technically interacting with you, but not in real time, but you still in real time will develop feelings and a relationship with me, even though I may or may not know that you exist. That is basically a parasocial relationship. A well-known phenomenon of this is basically the K-pop stands of the whole entire Korean pop industry. For example, members of BTS, they're fucking crazy. Also including sasaengs, which are basically just super extreme fans of, their K-pop members, a K-pop band. It's like a super extreme version of extremely obsessed American or Western fans of celebrities. So yeah, that's basically what a parasocial relationship is. You see an influencer, you keep watching them more often, you develop a relationship with them, you even start having to have opinions with them, my boo would not do that, I am surprised that she did that, girl, stop that, blah blah blah. Have this sense of entitlement of the person because you believe that you develop this relationship with them that is so real where you basically get the point. So yeah. So I'm just wondering, I wonder personally, obviously, I know that Marky Moo is taking advantage of the loneliness economy and the fact how effective parasocial relationships are and how really profitable they can be in the near future or just even today. So it's obvious that he's doing this, and basically maybe this might be a beta testing of the sort. Just write this off with, but I'm super confused. I'm like, why don't you make it a super easy way out and just make them regular people talking to them? Who knows if by contract deals, who knows what it is for, right? That's not my business. We don't know. I'm just gonna chalk it up to that's his idea and stuff like that. And what's so interesting is obviously, but this will literally contribute towards the future of the loneliness economy, alongside with using AI as a companion, and basically how at least in America, because America is a dog eat dog world, and the thing is, community is a way we can overrun the government or become more powerful and become rich enough to where rich people can't just be super rich anymore or won't have this power or raise opinions or whatever it is the sort. So I feel like they're also incorporating this besides the money aspect to also to take advantage of people. And as the lonelier you are, the more desperate you will be, whether it be sleeping with a 1.5 out of 10 that you met on Tinder, or paying thousands or hundreds of dollars to speak to an AI bot, paying for sex, whatever it is. When you're lonely, and the more lonelier you are, giving somebody $40,000 over the course of 5 years you meeting them. People do that with prisoners all the time. So whether it'll be my aluminum tin hat foil conspiracy about capitalism and how this is further to divide us, make more money from us, and basically override us completely and have super extra surveillance on us, or it's just a just new capitalistic way of things. I don't know. Who knows? I can speculate, obviously. So, but yeah, it's just so interesting because it's already bad enough that people have reported of being cheated on by an AI. For example, I made a video about this, and even with my past channels, Replica AI, people on Reddit and even on news articles, news posts, they have, reported that, basically females, women, they've been cheated on by their boyfriends by, a user-generated person. Well, not this user-generated person. This is just me. Super pretty, and we know, yes! But yeah. So I just wonder how this will go on forward. Honestly, they're taking advantage of it. And I don't know. It's just really interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if an AI dating site next. Just saying, I just really do want to see how this plays out with taking advantage of it, because some people can ultimately make that compromise or make that sacrifice, or at least at the time being, just deal with like an online companion, an internet one, a digital one, you know, until they can meet somebody in real life, because hey, it's better than nothing. Because just as a parasocial relationship can give you, like, give your brain the impression of having like a real life relationship right now. Like, for example, if you really like me and you keep watching my videos time and time again, being updated with me in on my different social medias, like my Instagrams, my Twitter, my exclusive website where I sell exclusive content, so on and so forth, you will literally develop like a relationship with me like you will with the person you're speaking to in real life. So I much imagine like how people would be like this with AI, and how big companies like Meta and many others would take advantage of this. The US artificial intelligence AI market size accounted for 103.7 billion USD in 2022 by President's Research. Its value of nearly 100 billion US dollars is expected to grow 20-fold by 2030, up to nearly 2 trillion US dollars by Statista. So I was so right. Obviously, it's not just with having an online girlfriend you can play kink play with, fetish role playing with. It's not obviously just that, it's with everything else, but it's just so interesting, right? My thoughts in the future of all of this, honestly, only one can predict. I really don't know, because, you know, they already have like basically erotic or love, like physical, like love dolls. You know what I'm talking about? YouTube is really like sketchy with these, like, you know, YouTube, like, girl, 2019 and 2020, but mostly 2019 before COVID, you know, the guidelines was much more relaxed. I loved it back then. But you know, the human-sized love dolls, you can basically have like a doll version of a girlfriend and do whatever you want with them. They already have that. So imagine what they'll have, you know, combining AI intelligence and, you know, a full-size love doll, and see how that will happen. You know, I'm just really interested to see how it would turn out. Because with AI in general, we can obviously tell that, you know, robots will help make things easier or do more complicated things, might even replace some jobs or just make it easier, and putting in new job opportunities for humans to probably help with the AI and stuff like that. Because so far, AI isn't perfect enough where you can just automate fully on its own for every single little thing. But I'm interested on how it will capitalize on companionship. What do you think? And like, whoa, it's just like, you know, Metaverse, Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, he's already doing this, and he is like, Meta's a social media company or just overall like conglomerate of tech and, you know, all that stuff. But it's just like, if Meta's doing this, I'm pretty sure other companies will soon follow suit after this. And I'm like, what if they even implement this on like TikTok or Twitter, X, whatever? No one's literally calling it X. It's like, no one's literally calling it X. Oh my god. But like TikTok, Twitter, what if we might have like TikTok live AI bots? I have no idea. But what I'm wondering is, like, are other social media companies or just companies in general, will they soon follow suit? Literally. I'm just saying, even though, like, so far, or even if we can't, no, actually, we can't, not yet. We can almost make humans as realistic as I look, you know, because I am a human, I'm not a robot like Mark Zuckerberg or a lizard or whatever. But you know how they can genuate, you know how they can literally genuate super realistic environments where it's like, I didn't even know this was a video game. They're almost getting that to a T with humans, but not just yet, which makes sense why they're using models of humans just to make, you know, little emotions, you know, to react while you're reacting, while they're reading to what you type to them. That's what I'm saying. It's like thinking faces like this. Like, that's basically what they're doing. And, you know, soon enough they'll actually have the real thing. Obviously, if it wasn't for celebrities and internet influencers, no one would give a rat's ass about this. Maybe a few, but not too much, especially since Meta is known for its privacy concerns and has lacked of respect of people's privacy, selling it and stuff like that. So we all know why they're using well-known internet people and celebrities to hone this in and to at least start this off. I've tried it a bit. It's not too helpful to me, honestly. Maybe it might be good for a companion, or if you want to like fake have a relationship with Kendall Jenner. But by the way, it's purposely that too, but strictly PG or PG-13. So you can't, talk freaky with them. You can't really do much with them. You really only need to talk to them like regular people or ask questions, all depending on who they are and what their character is. For example, you can maybe talk more regular with Kendall Jenner, but she'll always be adamant with, ask me questions, I'm your big sister, what do you need help with? Rather than talking to her like a regular person, like as she would talk to me, for example. Same with Mr. Beast as well. Paris Hilton can't get a word off her because she's trying to detect something. Sherlock Holmes. So yeah. So I know, like I said, it's like a beta. He just debuted this. Like I said, if they didn't have the celebrities on here, probably no one would give a rat's ass. But like I told you, Facebook/Meta/Mark Zuckerberg, does not have a good reputation with its customers, especially with data, like I said. Ooh. So I wouldn't personally recommend actually using it. You can try it out if you want. But to me, it seems a bit redundant after a few minutes. Get the dopamine rush, you can get that little hit. But it's not even like, at least it's like you can pretend to speak to Kendall Jenner or pretend to speak to Mr. Beast. But you're not. You can't ask the fucking AI Mr. Beast, hey, can't we with YouTube? Or can you do this? Can you do that? It would all be strictly within the character. Like, you can't. They're making it clear where it's like, I'm not Kendall, I'm Billy, even though they're following the celebrities or whatever. But it's personally, it's not worth it to me. Better, like, I'm not a replica AI endorser, but it's better to go to that. At least you can make your own character, use certain things for free. They're now putting in more paywalls and more locks, so it's not as worth it as it was, 3 years ago, for example. Obviously, almost every business does that freaking BS, which I hate so much. I'm just saying it's better to do that or something, or do something else. But I don't recommend going through Meta, especially since I don't trust their privacy concerns and things like that. And the little characters on there refuses to talk about it, acts like they don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like they're regular people, they refuse to say that they're AI, even though it's obvious that Facebook discloses that they're AI. So I just personally don't like any of this. Obviously, like I said, it's a beta test. It's a beta test for something bigger. Blah 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 da 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 da. Yeah, honestly, I know the future to social media. Honestly, they're really honing in on this AI stuff. But I know this would be more beneficial if they did, make it like the regular celebrities, but who knows why they didn't. But I thought it was interesting, and I wonder how dystopian this can go and how this would take in the future to it all, because you can even deep fake, things of people so easily nowadays. So it's only time to where, Meta might take the faces of their people that uses, their users and uses Facebook or Instagram or something like that, and might start generating like fake people used, from their customers and use that as companionships or something. They're gonna do something, honestly. But this is all I got really to say. Honestly, there's not much to say right now about this because it just started and it's not really much nuance to it. I just thought it's easy to talk about it while it's early, especially where it's like you look back on this to see how did this develop. Like I said, there's not really much to it, Even Facebook didn't put much information about it. They put obviously enough, but it seems like they're just in this beginning testing, because they've been doing this since 2020, at least openly. But yeah, I just wonder how this will pivot to other parts of AI and stuff like that. It's obvious to see that they're trying to make money off the companionship, parasocial type of thing. But yeah, I might make a video on parasocial relationships and stuff like that, because why not? It's been like a rise on it too anyways, especially as you can see with AI stuff. But yeah, just let me know what you think. Yeah, it's a crazy world out here. Crazy world out here. See you next time. Bye.